Good morning. So I wanted to do a quick video and show all of you, this is real life. This is kind of what I deal with when my body's in like freak out mode. If you are new here, I suffer with systemic lupus, fibromyalgia, Hashimoto's. It's like a snowball effect. Once you get one autoimmune, they sort of snowball, and before you know it, you're dealing with all kinds of things. Come the new year, there's going to be some changes. I'm going to try some diet changes as well and see if that's going to help at all, and see kind of what triggers. I've had allergy testing. I'm not allergic to anything that they can find. All they can say is that when my lupus is active and flaring, my face starts to freak out. So you can see it started to look a little bit better. I'm on a new medication called Lupus. They're trying that instead of a steroid because steroids are not good for you to be on, especially if you have diabetes. It can raise your blood sugars. It's not good for your bones. It's just really overall bad. It can make your heart rate go really fast. It's uncomfortable feeling. And just long term, they're not great. And I've been on them pretty long term because of my lupus, along with I was on a chemo infusion once a month, and we just recently switched that over to a monoclonal antibody infusion called Safnello. I've been on it for 3 months. So far, it's not as good as the mid list, I don't think, but it takes time. So this is kind of what I'm dealing with. You can see it feels like a burn actually, and it gets really red. And then once the medicine starts working and it will heal, it'll get really, really dry and really like flaky in here. So I exfoliate and try to keep that skin clean. It's like really frustrating. And I know this is not like in the big picture of life and scenario, like, so what, you have some red marks on your face, who cares, right? It's not disfigurement. It's not a serious illness, I mean, it is, but it's, tolerable. You can deal with it, right? So this is what I deal with. And now I'm going to try to see what I can do to cover up some of what I'm dealing with. It's New Year's Eve. I want to kind of look a little bit, we're not really going anywhere spectacular. We're just going to my friend, well, I should say that it is spectacular. I love hanging out with them, my friend Wendy and Mike, and we're going there for the evening. And I have all day, but I want to just get ready a little bit, and see what I can do here to make myself look a little less flared. So I'm using the Calendula face cream because it's really hydrating, and clearly my skin needs hydration this morning. And I'm going to put on some aloe right here. I should go live, honestly, but I don't know. I don't feel like it. There, put this on. So now I have the aloe on. That feels just great on my skin. Like, it just feels like very hydrating, like a drink of water to my skin. So I'm going to go ahead and do my brows off camera just because they take a minute to do. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you the way that I cover what's happening here. All right, so I filled in my brows, and now I got to deal with like the redness around here. And if you know anything about color correcting, the color wheel, green is going to help you to cancel out any redness to your skin. It's going to help to neutralize that on your skin. So I'm going to be using Farmasi's CC cream, and this is the Balances Redness one. It's the green. So we're going to put a little bit on, I'm going to put a little bit on my hand. That's more than I need probably. And I'm just going to use this flat brush and put the green on there. And I'm going to go over the spots that have red, and I'm sort of just tapping it in to the skin right there. And you can see it's neutralizing that redness right away. And we're going to do the same thing. And I'm not going to put it everywhere. I'm just going to put it where that redness is. So this is a good lesson for my people who have like rosacea or eczema as well as lupus. This is going to help to kind of neutralize that redness happening to your skin. You're going to want to use a green and put it wherever you have the red. I think I'm a little bit red in here. Just a little bit. Not so bad there. It's always in the same spots. And I'm going to use this fluffier brush. I'm just going to tap it into the skin. See how I'm tapping it? And it absolutely neutralizes the red. Now, the bad thing is that whenever I put product over that, it's drying. So it's going to be like a little bit scaly looking, and there's nothing I can do right now to help with that. Like, I've put the moisturizer, I put the oil. I mean, it just is what it is, and it's not gonna not be a little bit scaly. Okay, so this is sort of like magic. See, it kind of just neutralizes. I guess I'm a little red there too. It just sort of neutralizes the redness so that when I go in with my BB cream and my concealer, it's going to not show through so much. I'm going to put a little tiny bit more here and just sort of blend that out like so. I should be doing this on a live because I feel like that way people could ask questions. But sometimes when I get like this, it's just, you know, I get really upset when I wake up every day and it just isn't going away, and it's just flaring and flaring and flaring, and none of the medicine is like working. It's so aggravating to me. But you just got to deal with what we have, right? This brush might be a little bit too dense because it's lifting the product. We don't want to lift it really. Okay, so now I'm going to leave it for a minute. So now I'm just going and carving out the brow and concealing underneath where I filled it, just to give it like a really clean, finished look. And when you do that, it almost makes it look like you just had your eyebrows waxed, right? So they have a really clean line. And I'll just go in with a blending brush and kind of bring it down into the rest of the eyelid. And now I'll go in and get a little bit more concealer, and I'm going to go on top of that green I placed down and give a nice base for my shadow, like so, like that. And you can see that the green is neutralized the red. All right, so the green has neutralized the red on the lid. You can't even tell really that I had so much redness. This stuff is really great. You just need to use it where you have the redness. You don't have to go crazy. And then of course you can use, I think today what I'm gonna do is, that's the wrong shade though. Let's use our medium to dark. This is the color control. So this is gonna help to even out your skin tone as well. This is the medium to dark color. I'm gonna use that today. The BB cream is great. It will give me the coverage. This is also a lightweight coverage, but when I say lightweight, it feels lightweight on the skin, but it will cover, and it is buildable. It's silicone based, so you can build up the coverage as, you know, as much as you want. You can go back in, and it will work with our primers. If you use any of our VFX primer, our strobe primer, our mattifying primer, it will work with those because they're both silicone based. I'm going to take my favorite Farmasi foundation brush. I love this thing, and I'm going to just pat it into my skin. Okay. Just pat it. I don't need a lot here. And I'm going to pat that in. Don't forget to go down into your neck as well. Don't stop at the edge of your face here. You don't want a line. So make sure that you're tapping it in, and you can see the coverage I'm getting just from this little amount that I put on the brush. Take it down, and it's going to even out all that redness and give my skin a really nice appearance. We're going to take it up into the forehead. Now you can use oh my gosh, what am I trying to say? A beauty blender. Get it wet, dab it into the skin. You can absolutely apply it that way. I prefer this method. So everybody has their own. It's just preference. So you don't have to do something the way I do it. You can do it whatever way works for you and makes your skin feel the best or makes you feel the most confident. You can absolutely do that. I go around the eye here. I don't take it too much up under the eye because I'm going to conceal there. I'm going to use a little concealer, but I want to make sure that I have enough down at the edge here of my neck and bring it down so that it's even. So when you're matching your foundation, you want to make sure you're matching it to your neck, right? So that your face and your neck match. You don't want your face lighter than your neck. So by the time that I powder and do all of my bronzing and all that, it's going to match perfectly. The medium to dark works for me. And in the summer, I might have to go a little bit darker. So I don't touch the eyes now. I don't put anything extra on the eyes because I don't want to load up product, especially because I have the redness and it's a little flaky. I don't want to add any powders that are going to, you know, soak into the eye and make it look crusty. I don't want to do that. Now I'm going to take our liquid plumping concealer. I use the vanilla number 6, and I'm going to just go under the eye. Normally I do my eye makeup first, but I really wanted to show you guys the coverage these products have and how amazing they are. Just this little bit, you know, you don't have to use a ton of product. I use like what, a few dabs of the, and look at the extra. I probably use too much. And just take a fluffy brush now with your concealer. People are going to tell you, don't do it this way, don't do it that way, do your concealer like this, do it like this to lift your face. Listen, do it however the hell you want. There's no hard and fast rules. You have to do things how you feel most confident, that make you feel good about yourself. Being in your own skin and being confident in your own skin. If it makes you happy, do it the way you like. I do it this way because I just like the finish that it gives me. And I would never normally use powder. Like I was saying, I don't want the creasing or the heaviness, but I have to shout out this product, which I'm super like, I'm so impressed by it. And I held off buying this. I ended up buying it for the girls and using it. I was like, oh, I have to have it. This is Farmasi's translucent loose setting powder. It comes with the little powder puff in there. No, there's no fragrance to it. And this, a lot of people like, what's the Laura Mercier setting powder. This is triple milled. It has the jojoba avocado oils. It's, you guys, I absolutely am obsessed. So I'll take the same brush and I just like do that, put a little tiny bit on there. And I was really afraid that it would be like creasy underneath. I swear to you, when I tell you, using just this brush and just going under there, it blurs out the area under my eyes and it sets the eye without caking. And I don't know how it works so good. And maybe it's because of the jojoba oil and the avocado oils or whatever. Maybe that's why. But I'm going to tell you, it looks so nice when you put it on. And I'll just put it in like the T-zone area. And it just blurs out the imperfections. And I love this product. So if you're looking for a really nice loose powder, you don't want to spend the same amount of money as you would on one of those more expensive powders, this might be your answer. So you can see how the coverage, you can't even tell where I started. And then what I'll do is I'll use one of our bronzing powders. I'm so sad. I broke the lid off of this one. We don't have these anymore, but rumor has it we're getting something even more spectacular coming. But this is one of our bronzing powders. I love it. I dropped it. Thank God it didn't break. The lid busted off, but I was like, oh, look down and it was still fine. So I'll use that. I don't use like a matte powder on my face just because I like more shine to my face. And I'll just lightly go over what I just did. Now we do have the finishing powders, the pressed powders, the face perfecting that you might enjoy. They're matte, so they don't have the sheen to them, but you could always go in with one of our Peach Bite palette or something like that if you want to add some shimmer. Okay, so that's kind of what I do to my skin. And then I like the Peach Bite palette because it's a trio product. So for contouring and highlight, I really like the colors in this one. So I'll take my contouring brush, this one here, and I'll go into the darkest shade. Let me use a different mirror because this mirror is not the greatest. Okay, so I'll put a little bit on there. Always I tap it off and I'll do a little tiny bit, bring it to the edge of my brow there and make this bridge look a little bit smaller. I have a small nose anyway, so I don't really have to do a lot of contouring on my nose to make it look nice, you know? I have no forehead, humongous eyelids. I'm a freak show. There we go. So see how that just brought the bridge in? And you can also do that at the bottom here if you want to make it more pointy, but I don't really work too hard on that. It's not something that I'm overly, you know, picky about. Now I'm going to do the same color on this blush blending brush. This one is actually, yeah, this is a blush brush. And I'm just gonna take it up in here. And I keep it a little bit higher on the cheekbone because I want to lift my face. So if I come down here, it's going to bring my face down. So I keep it real high to kind of lift my face. I need the lift because I'm a little bit older. So it's going to give me a little bit more youthful appearance. And I don't go crazy on my forehead because, like I said, I don't really have a forehead to worry about. So I just go to keep it up a little bit high, and then I'll put my blush right over the top. Now I'm going to go back in, same brush with the highlighter, put a little, you don't have to put the shine if you don't like the shine. I happen to like a little bit of shine there and above my Cupid's bow, just like that. And then I'll grab my blush. Yesterday I used this new Lune Rose palette, and I used that color for blush. It's super pretty, and I'm going to do that again today because I think it's really pretty. Here's a little blush brush. I'm going to go into that color. I love this new palette. It's so pretty, and I'm just going to put it like right on the top. And I follow a guy called Spencer, Makeup by Spencer. I followed him forever when he was first starting. He's amazing. And he always says, like, you can bring your blush under your eye and it's going to kind of neutralize any kind of dark that's happening under there. So I like that idea. So I always bring it a little bit in, like so, a little bit. Now, look at that. Now I can go in and I can do my eye makeup and make a cute New Year's Eve look, do something pretty, and I don't feel so self-conscious with all that is happening underneath the makeup. This is filter free, you guys. I don't have a filter on here. You can, I mean, if you look really close, you can see there's a texture to there. My eyelids have some texture. This one I need to brush a little bit. You can see that I didn't powder them. Normally I'll put like a little bit of the loose powder on there, but I'm afraid to get it too, you know, too crusty in there. I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do for my eye makeup, because I don't want to set it with any type of heavy powders because of that, I love our liquid lipsticks so much. I love our liquid lipsticks. They're amazing. When I'm dealing with something like this, I will use it as the base for my eye. And before I go, I'll show you really quick. I want to make this video under 20 minutes, okay? So this color is called Cool Beige, I believe. And I'll take the liquid lipstick. I never use this on my lips because I don't care for the color on my lips, but I really love it as an eye base. So especially if I'm using this palette here, it's going to look spectacular. I'll take it and I will take a fluffy brush. And this is going to help give me like that P. Louise base like Michaela uses, but this is a liquid lipstick and it's like creamier, so it's not going to be so harsh where if I used a powder there to set, it's going to settle on that redness and it's going to mess up my eye. So that gives me a nice base to start my eyeshadow with. Again, I'll show you. I just put a little bit here. I am about $200 away from my monthly goal. Well, actually about $250. So if you're looking for any of this or you need any of these products, please, I'll put the link in the comments. Feel free to shop or ask me questions about any of the stuff that I used if you have questions or need recommendations. I absolutely love that part of my job. I love to customize bundles for people and get the right products in your hands. So never hesitate to ask. I'm gonna go back on this side, make it kind of more even. And there you go. So I have a really nice base happening right there for when I go in and use this. Not only is it gonna, you know, help to smooth out that area of my eye, it's going to intensify the shadows. It's gonna give the shadows something to grab onto. So if you like any of these products or you're interested in the Lune Rose palette, comes with the lipstick and the liner. It's stunning, you guys, stunningly gorgeous. Reach out to me. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate all the love and support. Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you for being part of my life. We really appreciate the love and support in our pharmacy business. And Happy New Year. Be safe. And I'll see you back here next time.